And turning now to more on vaccination efforts, Kirk Myers, who serves as CEO of Abounding Prosperity, Inc., is with us now. He has more than a decade of experience in health education and disease prevention. Now he's pushing to get Black people and the LGBTQ community vaccinated. Kirk, good evening and welcome to BNC.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
And Kirk, you just heard what the doctor and I were talking about. We know it's a very, very serious thing happening now. So let's talk a little bit about Dallas County. COVID was the leading cause of death, especially among the Black and Latino communities, and a high percentage of Black people were among the unvaccinated with the Delta variant running rampant. Why do you think people in your area are still so hesitant?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons. And people, oftentimes Black people are referencing the Tuskegee studies and that sort of thing. But I think that there's just some vaccine hesitancy just because people don't have proper information. I think with the former administration and the way that information was put out, I think people are just not getting good information about the vaccines and the virus.
And Kirk, your organization was founded to address health and economic disparities within the Black community with an emphasis on LGBTQ plus in Texas. You all just received a $1 million grant to help get underserved communities vaccinated. Tell us about your efforts and how they'll help.
Okay, so yes, we did, and so the grant is specifically from the Biden-Harris administration. They were looking at the uptake of the vaccine and what communities were suffering, as you guys have already mentioned, and we were part of a call with the HHS secretary right before the grants came out, and we were talking about our efforts at meeting people where they are, such as Black Pride efforts and those sort of things, or testing in communities, taking mobile units out, those sort of efforts. And the administration was very, very interested. And so we were one of the ones to receive part of the $125 million that was directed to community-based efforts.
And what have you been hearing from those people that you've spoken to in the community about being hesitant on the vaccine front? What are they telling you why they don't want to show up and roll up their sleeves?
Well, I mean, people are saying, hey, I don't want to be a guinea pig. I don't want, we've heard the gambit. I don't want to be a guinea pig. I think they're just trying to kill us. I mean, it has been a multitude of things that have certainly been said. I haven't gotten sick. I'm not going to get sick, or I'm waiting till the FDA approves about the vaccine.
And what about your organization, since you now basically received more than 3.5 million in grant money to combat COVID-19? I'm talking about overall here. How big of a help has this funding been when it comes to prevention and stopping the spread of the virus? And what has it allowed you all to be able to do?
Well, I mean, it's been very, very helpful. And so one of the things that we realize is that HIV and the COVID 19 situation is very, very similar in the sense that people have hesitancy in seeking treatments and having knowledge and awareness of preventative efforts. So it has been very, very easy for us to align our existing efforts with the effort to prevent COVID-19.
And what's the work been like for you all on the ground? What specifically have you all been able to do?
Well, so we just had our Juneteenth celebration where we had artists headlining like Rick Ross, Erica Badu, Little Kim, and the lights. And so we were testing for tickets, or giving vaccines for tickets. And so we had over 50 people just for one event take the vaccine that ordinarily wouldn't have taken it.
So what's it gonna take, now that you guys have this money in hand and still coming up with different ways? Is there anything else that you have kind of in your back pocket that you're hoping that you'll be able to use in order to get these people vaccinated?
Was it as it specifically relates to the Black LGBT, Black and Brown LGBTQ communities? We're going to take the efforts, educational efforts, the vaccination efforts directly to the communities. We are using this $1 million to partner with Black Pride efforts in 6 major cities. Dallas is one of them. LA is another. Jackson, Mississippi, DC, Atlanta, and Miami.
So we're hoping to see, I guess, your efforts go all the way across the nation. Kirk Myers, thank you so much. We appreciate your time tonight. And stay with us. Much more news after this.